Hello, welcome to MCFC9320 Group. How are you, gang?
Brilliant.
Andy.
So, since our last get together, there's been quite a few decent results, haven't there? Starting off with a fantastic game up against Wolves.
Before we talk about the game, can I just mention one thing that we've had quite a few people asking where we've been. I didn't know we had that many people watching, to be honest. So, why not?
Anyone in particular, apart from my other YouTube accounts?
Somebody called Tony Quizzer.
Tony Quizzer. Thank you, Tony. We're going to dedicate this show to you, my friend, seeing as you've missed us. Thanks for watching.
We're glad to be back.
Yeah, thanks for watching. It's been a busy time for us off the football planet and all that. So we're back at it, ready for a busy schedule if Boris allows us. We'll just do it. So Wolves, John. I wasn't there because I was working. Was it a damp squib like it seemed, or was it quite okay?
It was a frustrating game. Wolves came to just try and stop us from doing what we do, basically. And it was looking like they'd done all right, but they seemed to lose their head, especially one player. I think was it Raul that was sent off?
Yes.
Jimenez.
Yeah, Jimenez, yeah.
Yeah, Raul Jimenez. Just near half time, he seemed to lose his head and ended up getting 2 yellow cards within a minute, basically. He got sent off.
How was we playing up to that point? Was we trying to huff and puff and blow the house down?
Yeah, that was the way the game was going, but it's early kickoffs. We don't seem to play well at early kickoffs.
Does it really matter that we're not going to play well in every game, are we, Alex? It's more about getting the result, and it was
Exactly.
It was a penalty. From what I've heard, we should have had should we have had a couple more?
Yeah, definitely. Because Wolves, they've been a bogey team against us for the past couple of seasons, but this time we were way better than them. We completely outclassed them, but unfortunately the result just didn't show it. So I think it was down to us and our finishing. But at least we got a penalty, and it was Raheem Sterling who basically won us the game, which is good news, considering his form. So job done, clean sheet, 3 points.
Yeah, so that result, for Raheem, quite rightly, it's top of the league, and we'll talk about the Leeds match and today's match, in due course. But I think it's been important for Raheem. Anne-Marie, what's has he got a future with us? Because he seems to have his head back on it. We know it can be devastating because of his pace and stuff like that. His finishing is excellent when he doesn't have to think about it. When it's instinctively. Do you think he's going to be sticking around with us?
I think he might. I think he'll definitely. I know at one point we were thinking he'd be gone in January. But I think he'll be around at least till the end of the season, and a lot will depend on who we bring in the different windows.
Well, if the rumours are true, Ferran Torres will be going to Barcelona, so surely we're not going to ship out Sterling as well as Torres and bring one striker in. Who needs a striker anyway?
The thing is, it's just rumours. Everything that's been said about Sterling, it's just rumours. The club's never said anything, Pep's never said anything, and Sterling never said anything. So, I think he's
Well, Sterling said in that interview that he's happy to go somewhere else. That interview that he had 2 months ago, I think.
Yeah, but it gets construed, doesn't it? And players say things like that because eventually he might want to go and play abroad. But not now. It might be when he's 30.
But it's a bit like, all over the summer, the rumours that Bernardo was going, and I don't believe for 1 minute Bernardo was going anywhere.
I do.
No.
I do.
You think Sterling is going?
Do I think he's going? Yeah, it won't be January. Would I like him to stay? Yeah, I'd like him to stay. But, he's got to want to stay. He's got to show his commitment by not just seeing his contract out. If he wants to stay, I want to see him say, right, I want a new contract. And that will show his commitment, as far as I'm concerned.
Fair point.
John, fair point?
Yeah, very fair point.
Yeah. Because if he shows that kind of commitment, he's in it for the long run rather than just, winding down his contract and then ended up going on a free transfer. I won't like to see him go on a free.
No, end of the day, if he's got anything for the club, then he should actually sign a new contract. I don't think he's another Milner. I don't think he's a snake.
I just don't like
So we'll see what happens.
I just don't like Milner. I'm never going to talk about Milner. No, I think he's got a bit more about him. Right?
Yeah.
I wouldn't like to see him go to another Premier League club. If he does, if he does leave us, I'd like to see him go abroad. Like he said that he'd like to play in Spain and stuff like that. Alex.
Yeah.
If he does that, I'd wish him well anyway. But it shows that he's been true to his word, that and he does want to have that life experience of a different culture, different league, with a bit of sun on his back.
If he does leave, I'll just wish him best and thank for his service. We've had some brilliant moments with him.
Yeah, we have. So brings us on to the Leeds absolute mauling. And Marie, they got off a little bit light as well, didn't they?
I think they did indeed, and a real plus point for me in that game was Kevin.
Yeah,
I thought Kevin looked good, which is very encouraging. I think 7-0 didn't flatter us.
You're absolutely right, because anybody who's just picking up the newspaper, do people still pick up a newspaper?
No.
So anyway, if anybody who just flicks on the interweb and just sees City 7-0, it looked a mauling. Yeah, it was a mauling, but Leeds did get off very 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 lightly there. Yeah, De Bruyne seemed to be back on his game. And
Finished for the goal.
Yeah, but I just thought his all round game was very very good, Alex.
Yeah, really glad for him, and I hope that people who say I'm not sure if he's right for the team, I think that was proof that he's settling in slowly.
I think people say that yeah. You'd always pick a Kevin De Bruyne, any team. John, I can't take you serious with Riz at the side of your line. I really, really can't. I just keep looking and think, is that Kojak? Is it Pitbull? Which one is it? And by the way, does anybody know where Riz is? Because he seems to have gone a little bit AWOL. Last seen in Newcastle, punching camels, was it?
No.
Oh yeah.
So yeah,
Terrible.
We'll come clean. Riz is actually on his way to Gambia, and this is the truth, by the way, guys. He's on his way to Gambia.
It's got a little package, silver foil, so be careful. Don't cut it open. It's lots of powder in it.
And is that talcum powder?
Pardon?
Is that talcum powder what he's taking?
Yeah, talcum powder. That's the one.
He's a fashion expert, so he brings this stuff with him.
So if there's any border force or anybody who listens to the show, Gambia is where he's going to be. He'll be coming back. We'll tip you off when he's coming back.
After Christmas, it'll be.
The old marigolds on.
Yeah.
you know, that might need him.
Full cavity search needed.
His undercarriage, did you say?
Full cavity search.
Oh, so yeah, absolutely. So that's where it is. So against Leeds, I thought it was very, very pleasing the way everybody seemed to be, you know, just on the game. Like we've seen over the past few weeks, where you know a few of the players have been hit and miss, you know, at the same time. So it's pleasing to see everybody absolutely bang on. That's better, John. Everybody was bang on form.
It was quite difficult to decide who the man of the match was. You know, some were saying KDB. For me, it was Foden.
Everybody looked good that day. But any team gives us that much space, we will all look good anyway. Because we could just play through anything. And the amount of space we had on that pitch, it was like a training game. That's all it was. Leeds just didn't know what to do.
And let's not forget, Leeds beat us last season at the Etihad, and and deservedly so as well. They just looked a totally different team, and their manager.
Weirdo.
Is it a toilet he's sat on every single game I see him?
I have no idea, but it's weird, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't like them. I mean, Leeds have this status almost like everybody's second favorite team. Like, oh, they deserve to be in the Premier League. They are, they have a great manager. No, they are rubbish with a weirdo manager in my eyes.
Go on, Alex. Tell us what you really think.
That's it. Crap.
I think he's totally disrespectful, to be honest with you.
Why is that?
The way he does the interviews, he won't speak English. He gets an interpreter. He doesn't even look at the camera. When he's talking to you, you just need to look away and just look around, and weird.
No, it's totally disrespectful. When somebody's talking to you, you can't even give them the attention and.
Andy, don't do that. You look really weird from the back.
That's the first time you've ever said that to me, John.
Like fire truck.
Right. So yeah, Anne-Marie, it was an all-round performance. Like I say, it was good to see Kev Bakker, absolutely bossing it. I thought Gundogan was absolutely incredible in that game. Although KDB got the Etihad man of the match, Gundogan, he just goes under the radar all the time, doesn't he?
There's a few like that though. I mean, for me, Rodri goes under the radar, and yet I think this season more than ever we're seeing what a class footballer he is. And there's things that he does that you forget about. It's like that tackle that in the Liverpool game that stopped them scoring.
Oh, you dare start going on about Rodri's tackle, please? It's a family show.
No, if I was going to talk about things like that, I'd be looking at Diaz.
She's gone faceless now. Do you know what to say now? She's gone all shy.
Well, he got a little cut today above his eyebrow. Poor Diaz.
Excuse me.
I just hope Derek is not listening to this.
Anne-Marie, you're a newlywed. You shouldn't be looking over the men.
You can look but not touch, can't you, Andy?
No, we're not allowed to even do that.
Nah. I'd rather have a can of Coke these days. So yeah, it was very, very pleasing, but it's just coming right. It's just coming right for us now, and I'm detecting, John, as well, a little bit of from Chelsea and Liverpool. They're under the caution now. They start trying to throw the COVID card about. I don't remember Klopp doing it when they was miles ahead in the Premier League, going to win the Premier League. I don't remember him saying, "Oh, we need to halt the Premier League."
No, it's whatever suits them at the time. Like Chelsea tried getting that game postponed today, but the Premier League said no.
In fact, I have just had Jurgen Klopp for me tea.
And what does the KFC stand
Just
for?
open the box up and see if it starts moaning.
Klopp's Football Club. Are you having that
Too
one?
easy.
Are you having that one? And that wasn't even prepped to that, was it?
No, ad lib.
I'm just a genius, before my time.
Okay.
So yeah, so how come they're crying now, Anne-Marie, about COVID and stuff like that? Is it just because they slapped backside? Do you see the match today, by the way? Not the Spurs one.
I think they're definitely clutching at straws a bit. I mean, for me, I don't understand why. Every team has got at least a 25-man squad, haven't they?
Yeah.
So why are we in a position if they've got five or six players with COVID, they've still got another 19 there that they can put out a team with?
Do you know why? Because they look at our starting 11 and then they look round and see our bench and they think,
we can't match that. That's what they think.
That's exactly what I think, Alex, because how can they can't compete with that, can they? And the African Cup of Nations, that's going to play a big part, for Chelsea as well as the Bin Dippers. So they're perceived as our main title challengers, although I don't think Chelsea are going to be anywhere near us, and I can only see us pulling away further and further from Liverpool.
Totally agree. I mean, we're currently like 3 points clear, but I think that gap will just get bigger and bigger with time.
Yeah, because we've played all the top clubs away from home and United. So we can't be complacent now, because I'd like to think we've done the hard work by, going away, getting decent results against all these teams, and they must be thinking, something, that juggernaut is just starting to pick up a little bit of pace.
Well, there's only one team that can beat City this season.
And that's us.
And that's City, yeah.
See, you just
what a link.
I know, and that's dangerous. Yeah. So yeah, it's Christmas time's always a hectic schedule and stuff like that. But
you think about it, Klopp's been in the Premier League now for 6 years, and he's moaning every Christmas about schedules. It happens every year, exactly the same. The only thing is now he's in the Carabao Cup.
In the what?
The Carabao Cup.
Carabao. You don't scare me. Carabao.
He's in that cup, because he normally bows out of it, doesn't he, early? And plays the kids on, gets knocked out. But he's got extra games now, so that's why he's moaning more.
And he come. I don't know if you heard his post-match. He was going on about having a bit of a rant about it's a double. Just play one game, and he looks like a man under pressure to me.
Yeah, he's definitely a man under pressure. I reckon, give it the end of the season, he might be gone.
Sacked in the morning.
I think you could be right. I think you could be right there, John, because his expiry date's almost up. So let us get on to today's match. Hey, see the technology now.
Yep.
Still on the picture right though.
Right, okay. So, the man there, Anne-Marie, he's there especially for you, Riyad Mahrez. See his goal?
Yeah, it was a good goal. Great pass from Zinchenko.
And by the way, who is on our Facebook page? Who's having a pop at Zinchenko?
That's one of the. I think we've not had many comments recently as that one, so why not?
To be fair, I kind of get where
moderation alerts. It's like ting ting ting.
To be fair, while I wouldn't slag him off because I think he is a good player, he did lose the ball quite a few times today in unnecessary situations. So even like when Edison kicked the ball out to him, it's like he just took his eye off the ball and it went out of play. And it's little things like that that people will have been looking at today, because it's not something that happens when Cancelo plays on the left. And for me, it kind of makes me wonder. I know they keep saying that Walker's ill, but it seems very strange that Walker's not been seen in the team or in the squad since the Leipzig game.
His friend died yesterday.
No.
Yeah, I've seen
a very
on
good
Twitter.
friend of Walker's died yesterday. Apparently suicide, I think.
All right.
So that's possibly why he's nowhere near the team at the moment.
And rightly so. Obviously, we send our best wishes to Kyle and the poor guy's family. Wow. Yeah. So if that's the reason why quite rightly he needs to take time out and deal with that, because City, being City, they'll give him all the support and everything that he needs. Anyway.
Yeah, of course he will. Yeah.
So yeah, it's Cancelo again today. Play that goal. Wow.
Going
But
back
even the setup, even for the first goal, he didn't go up on that ball when it would have been quite easy to think, oh, it's going out anyway, and he didn't.
It annoyed me a little bit watching the bin dippers and Spurs like drooling over the fullbacks, and it's like, really, have you not seen Cancelo?
I know.
No.
There is a few out there that do appreciate him. A few of the pundits. But like going back to Zinchenko and people calling him, he's actually a midfielder.
Yeah.
And he's playing out of position.
Correct.
And he needs a good run of games as well to get up to speed. And people seem to forget these things, that he's not had much game time.
I like him, John. I must admit, I like.
Yeah,
him.
I do. Yeah, I do.
Yeah, his positioning sometimes can be questioned, but so can established fullbacks. Like your Mendes of this world, and
he's a goalkeeper for Chelsea. So don't confuse him.
I'm not going to comment in case it ends up libelous. But yeah, it gets caught out. But every fullback gets caught out. The good thing is, when a fullback or even a centre back, to be fair, when they make a mistake, that's where you rely on your teammates to pull you out of it. So he's got a good back line there. So
yeah.
He's not like an old traditional fullback where all he's doing is defending. The whole idea is when they're rampaging up the flanks, you get people, covering them spots, and that's exactly what we do brilliantly. So I've started, so I'll finish. That rings a bell.
Yeah. And let me get back. Thank you.
Is that Uber Eats?
No, my brother, that. I'm going to turn this off for a minute.
So yeah, it's not like it's the old traditional fullbacks where all they do is defend. So we've probably the Liverpool fullbacks are decent, although they're horrible individuals. I cannot stand them.
Well, I see my favourite one got sent off today, didn't he?
Yeah.
I was so happy when I saw that.
Well, he got sent off for exactly the same thing Kyle Walker did.
Yeah.
Which is right. When he first got a yellow, I was screaming at it, saying, that's exactly the same thing that Kyle Walker did, and he got a straight red. So when VAR kicked in and the ref looked at the screen and gave him a red, which was right.
Couldn't happen to a nicer man.
No, definitely not.
I cannot stand them. And this one thing as well, what it's totally off point. City players have not got silly haircuts like some of these Premier League players, have they? Other Premier League players. They've all got decent haircuts, haven't they? I don't know where that came from, but it just occurred to me.
They're coming back to his full
They asked Riz for advice.
And myself, yeah. I've told you that wash and go shampoo does exactly what it says on the tin, Alex.
Yeah, washed and gone.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, all I can see us now is just getting stronger and stronger and stronger. Especially now, there's a lot of psychology in football, as we know. So if the likes of Klopp is moaning now, you know, Pep's mind games are going to, even though he's not really doing any, they're going to be absolutely crucial, especially over the Christmas period.
Well, the goal difference has come now. We're 3 points clear.
Yep.
And them other two teams are panicking. That's why they're trying to stop everything they can. It's just their tactics. And they know we're going to run away with it if they let us.
Considering the African Cup of Nations, which they're all trying to block as well, you know, so
yeah,
no, they'll lose players. Is it Mane? They'll lose. They'll also
Salah,
Keita,
and Keita. Chelsea will lose Mendy.
And Kanté possibly.
No, he's
or
French.
He's
French.
He's French.
Pardon
I
me.
know that one, Alex.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's pointed out to me 2 weeks ago on here.
Yeah, it was.
So on Planet Blue, it's all looking good. What are our next fixtures, John? Come on, you're our stato.
We've got Leicester.
Boxing Day.
Yeah.
What time's that kick off?
3.
I've just turned the internet off.
3 o'clock.
Yeah, so, you know, we beat Leicester away. So, yeah, Leicester's come round again this season. So,
before the end of the year, we've got Leicester at home, and then we've got Brentford away.
Do you remember the last time we played Brentford away in the league?
That was a long, long time ago.
I was there, my friend.
I've never been Brentford.
Must be 98 then, was it?
Well done, Anne-Marie. Is that where you met Derek?
It's a Wednesday night, and it's a 8:15 kick-off. British Standard Time.
So, you know, we're going to Christmas as Premier League leaders. I think it's 9 out of the past 12. Whoever's been top at Christmas has gone on to win the Premier League. So, is anything going to stop us, John? Apart from us?
No, apart from us. Unless we implode, then no, nothing will stop us.
So, there's Anne-Marie, there's been a lot of talk about us not having a striker and stuff like that. I think that it's getting a little bit more muted, that being bandied about now, especially because, you know, the way we, you know, spreading all the goals around. Like again today, you know, Diaz scored, defender, Mahrez a winger.
18 different goal scorers we've had.
We've actually broke his own record today, haven't we? For the most goals in a calendar year. 104 now we're on.
And what was the other record we broke today, John?
The most wins in a calendar year. 34, isn't it?
Yeah.
Amazing.
So, and that's without a striker.
So, do you think that people are throwing the banding a striker about because they're actually panicking a bit? Because
I stuck a tweet out earlier when we were watching that Tottenham Liverpool game, and I stuck a tweet out saying, "If only Tottenham had a striker."
No, it's, you know, something. It might have been a bit tongue in cheek, but I think there's a lot of mileage to what you've said. Like Kane's a different player. You know, that's his first Premier League, you know, goal at home this season. He's not happy there. I don't care what anyone says. No,
he's not. Definitely not.
So
he was looking forward to playing in Sky Blue this season, and it didn't happen.
That's what I believe. So if January's almost upon us, if Kane gets offered to us and we take him, would you be happy about that, or do you think it could upset what we've got because he'll be the main focal point?
I'd be happy if he came for the right price, and I don't think he would be the main focal point anyway. Not in Pep's team.
Because he just seems to be playing more and more to the left for Spurs these days.
To me, he's playing further back at times as well.
Yeah. You know, there's no doubt, you know, his goal scoring record is even internationally, you know, it speaks for itself. But I just get the feeling, you know, when all of, you know, before the start of the season, I was like, yeah, Kane had been the one established and stuff like that. I'm not so sure anymore, you know.
Yeah, but he's not happy there, is he? You can tell that. You can tell in his demeanour, how he's playing. He just does not want to be there.
It just makes you, though, because what happens when, say, he did come to us, and because of the way we're playing at the minute, he didn't get picked regularly, so he started to spit his dummy out at City. Do you want somebody who's going to be like that?
I tell you what's scary about that, Anne-Marie. You've just read my mind. That's exactly what I was going to say. You know, you've got an unhappy player at Spurs, who's, you know, like you say, his demeanour's all like that. So if you don't get regular, we'll be buying an £100 million player for you know what does exactly the same. Because would he play every week? No, not every player plays every week. And I think we've got to give a little bit of credit to Gab Jesus as well. You know, the way this season, like for Sterling's goal today, you know, his turn of pace and stuff like that. I'll throw that one at you, Alex, because I know you've been a little bit of a, I wouldn't say don't like him. You've been critical of him, but
doubtful.
It's been a different player this season, hasn't he? You know, when he's been, and that came from the left wing today. You know, he's been predominantly on the right wing this season.
Yeah.
Fair play to him. You know the way he's looked. Would you tie him down to a new long-term deal?
Yeah, and you know, I even think that he should be a regular starter. You know, whenever we see a lineup with him on the bench, you know, I get really confused, unless it's maybe a cup game or something like that. But he should be a regular winger for us.
Yeah, in place of who?
Mahrez or Sterling.
Why?
I just
He
think
works harder.
Just has more to offer, especially compared to Sterling all season.
See, I know we're back at Sterling now, and he's like...
No, and I'd say Mahrez. You play him instead of Mahrez on the right.
But Mahrez Mahrez has played well this season. You know when he's come on, it's a
I agree.
one. It's a very, very difficult one, because even Torres before his injury was playing well. Well, you know, he was playing well on the right. You got De Bruyne who can play on the left. You got Foden who can play on the left. You know, we've got Grealish who can play on the left. De Bruyne, he can play anywhere. Sterling, I think, does that benefit us, or is it a hindrance?
You know what's good about this? The argument about it all, because it shows what a good squad we've actually got.
And if we don't know we're lining up or formation, how is an opposition manager, you know, go and scout City, you know, we've got City in a couple of weeks, you know, go and see how they play. Different every time. It's just, even Bernardo, even forgot Bernardo then.
Yeah.
You know, we seem to have a squad full of wingers.
There's enough games in the season for them all to play.
Yeah, I agree. But could you pinpoint your preferred left winger and right winger?
No, I can't. It all depends what teams we're playing against.
But why? You like? I think Grealish has done well, Anne-Marie. You know, he's getting a bit. It's not the poor lad's fault that he's, you know, it's cost us 100 million. He doesn't set the price, and I feel a little bit.
No, and I also think no matter who you are, you're never an instant fit. The only player that I've seen literally walk into the team and fit and improve us was Diaz.
Yeah.
But very few players will actually join us and fit in straight away because of the difference between what they're used to and how we play. And I think maybe it might take a full season. I don't believe it will. But I think it's going to take Grealish time. And he's not let us down when he's played at all. So I think he just needs a chance, because it is going to take him a bit of time. The same as it took everyone else to fit in with us.
Look at Cancelo, how he was when the first season. And he was losing the ball all the time and trying these things. And we were saying to him, just do the basics and get it right. But now look at him, and he's a player.
The rumours after his first season as well, John, that he would be leaving as well.
Yeah.
You know, so it just right. But with Grealish, when he was a Villa player, admittedly, I'll admit, I was like, what a diving little so-and-so. But because I'm watching him week in, week out, he does actually get fouled a hell of a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so...
But he knows how to make them foul as well. And he can draw these fouls in. And it's not diving, not like Salah does. It's totally different.
Again, Salah today, that was handball, wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, of course it was.
Is it because it's no Salah, Mo Salah? He got away with it, do you think?
No, it's because if he'd have scored the goal, then they'd have ruled it out. But because he didn't score it, it went to another player, and then they passed it, and then somebody else scored. That's why they didn't look at it.
The only thing he was short of today was just spinning it on his finger.
Yeah.
And then throwing it. Handball's handball for me.
Yeah.
There's no grey area. It's either black or white, and that was a definite. He shouldn't have counted that goal today. But
yeah, shouldn't have.
But we just need.
If it had been something like Bernardo, it would have gone locked out and got ruled out.
I agree. We've just got to focus on what we do and what we do best. And
yeah,
you know, we're playing. So even today, we played some sublime football today again. I just thought it was quite good. Like the lad who was slaughtered, Zinchenko. Just after that, Zinchenko chipped in with a decent assist.
Yeah,
I thought that Zinchenko was okay today.
And that's saved by Edison as well.
Yeah, near the end.
You know, he gets labelled. He's not really a shot stopper. You know, he's just good with his feet, la-di-da-di-da. But that just shows that, you know, when he's on his game, he's better than that girl in goal at Liverpool.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I put a tweet out earlier saying that there's no debate about it. Edison is a much better keeper than Alisson. And one bloke replied to me, he's a City fan. He said, Edison's fantastic at what we need him to play like, but Alisson's a lot better keeper. Oh, no, he's not. Nowhere near. I replied back saying Alisson makes too many mistakes, and he does. Like that one today, where the Spurs equalised.
Yeah.
Straight through his legs.
Nutmegged. So, are we confident going into the next few games over the festive period?
Totally.
Yeah. Why shouldn't we be? We're Man City.
And we won't be going down with $1 billion in the bank like the Geordie boys.
Yeah, they're going in with 10 billion in the bank, aren't they? They're richer than us now.
Yeah, I'm surprised it wasn't billed today's match as the money men. Apparently, I wasn't there, but I've just seen a bit over social media that there was singing songs about them being richer than us today.
Yeah, they were.
I'm not bothered.
And we were singing back, "You're the champions, now go home."
Yeah. the thing is, though, they won't. It's not looking like they'll be able to sing it to us next season, unless we draw them in the cup.
Well, you never know.
So,
it could be a miracle, though, if they get out of it.
So, what are your plans for the festive period, guys?
Traveling to France.
Going to
No,
France?
we're not allowed in France anymore.
No, we're not.
Yeah, you're
France.
not. I am.
So, why don't you nip over from France to Manchester then?
I'd love to, but the procedure is so complicated. I think it's better for me to take a parachute.
Possibly. So, I take it you're going to be there Boxing Day, John and Marie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are we confident we'll blow Leicester away?
I think so.
I'm not worried. They're not that top 4 team anymore.
No, they're not. But they're still a good team at times, and you never know what can happen. It's football, and at the end of the day. The only thing I do want to say though is, I just wish Aguero the best of luck in the future for his retirement.
Yeah, that's a great point. Now, it was quite sad that really, wasn't it? You know,
It certainly was, mate.
seeing Sergio cry, it's like, and I said I don't know if any, he's just any, don't know if any of you
Nice one.
caught it. It's just he's played what a couple of games for him. I think I know he was a Barcelona player, but that should have been at the Etihad. That.
Yeah, it should have been.
That,
And he'll be back at the Etihad. He will be back.
That'll always be his own. So,
But a nice touch that Pep and Tixi went out to Barcelona for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, absolutely, Anne-Marie.
It was the right decision, to be honest.
You know, Aguero's always been. Well, he'll always be a legend. It's just I just thought it was quite emotional seeing him, you know, crying because he knows his professional career's over. But it's absolutely the right decision because you know
it's gone downhill since he left City, hasn't it? Simple as. He went to Barcelona to play with Messi, his best mate. Messi then leaves, and then that happens.
Do you remember when watching City was bad for your health? It's the other way around now. You leave City and it's bad for your health.
Yeah.
But yeah,
definitely.
I do think that should have been held at the Etihad. Just unfortunate. It could, like you say, if anybody says, "Who did Sergio Aguero last play for?" automatically they'll say City. They won't even think of Barcelona because of the short period of time he was there.
How many games did he play? 1 or 2?
2, I think.
And I think did he score 1 or 2 goals for him?
1, I think.
1. Yeah, quite sad that. Obviously, we wish him all the best because he'll always be a legend.
Yeah,
and we know he's a big admirer of the show here as well. So you know he'll be watching.
He'll be very, very glad.
Yeah. So anything else, guys, before we wrap it up?
No, I think that's covered about everything.
Quickly, what are our thoughts on the Champions League draw?
Sporting.
It was a complete joke.
Yes, I've now got 4 flights to Spain that I don't need. Because I booked them straight after the draw.
Oh, God.
I'll have them.
To Alicante.
Yeah, Benidorm. When's it for?
It's for the...
End of February?
No, the 14th of February.
Oh, I'm flying out to Benidorm, so on the 8th.
Is that Valentine's Day?
Yeah,
it is.
Perfect.
Yes, flying out to Benidorm on the 8th, and I think I'd get back. I think it's the 14th actually. Yeah.
There you go.
So,
can you not transfer them, John?
Luckily, I paid for insurance, so I can actually change them. But I've got to change them now to Portugal.
tough. It's going to be. Sporting Lisbon will be a tough, challenging match.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
I'll tell you something though. Diaz will be up for it, won't he?
And Bernardo.
Yeah. Because they used to play for the other Portuguese team, didn't they?
Yeah.
Benfica.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
They left Benfica to come to City.
Yeah.
Good choice that though, wasn't it, Alex? Good choice. Right, guys. We'll leave it there, and all what's left to say is have a great Christmas. We'll try, if you're all available during the festive period. You know, we might have a mince pie and a
Jaeger,
a shandy or something. You know, and we'll do one.
By all means.
Absolutely.
And we'll chat like we do.
We'll come and empty your bar, mate.
Hey, you're more than welcome, mate. It's not been touched apart from doing stuff like this for 6 weeks.
How many spare beds you got?
Don't sleep, you just carry on drinking, mate.
Camper van.
All you do is drink until you drop.
Yeah.
With me, that'll be half a packet of wine gums.
Yeah.
So, have a fantastic festive period, guys.
You too.
You too, Andy.
You know, have a healthy and prosperous time. Look after your family. And
Yeah.
hopefully-
Especially, and that's to all the people in the group.
Yep.
Absolutely.
And our looks like biggest fan of YouTube.
Yeah.
No, thank you for that, sir. This is
Tony
for you, Tony.
Quizzer.
Right, guys. All the best, and we'll do it again very, very soon.
Take care, everyone.
Adios.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.